Today on Simplified, we are thrilled to welcome a voice of intimacy, surrender, and devotion. Her name is Shaka Senwamadi, the author of Flawed Yet Faithful, a powerful collection of 40 sacred devotions that invites us to explore God's covenant love and to encounter the Creator in a deeply personal way. Good evening, Miss Shaka. How are you doing?
I'm good, Kellz. How are you doing?
I'm amazing. So, another's name, I never knew it. From our high school days, I knew a totally different name. Where is this one from?
It was always my first name, but we growing up, we wanted the English sounding name.
Yeah.
So Felicitas was always my second name.
Interesting.
Yes.
I never knew this one. I'm reading the book and I'm like, this book has been written by Shaka. Because when I got it by the reception, no, I want the one by Felicitas. This Shaka, Violet, I don't know these names. No, but this is the book that was left here.
As you age, you accept more of who you are.
I get it. Yes. Absolutely, man. Welcome to the show once again. Listen, Shaka, can you just share with us the inspiration? What inspired you to write Flawed Yet Faithful? Was there a moment that sparked this journey of devotion? What exactly happened? Tell us.
I think I'll say it's a point where I was giving up on striving, giving up on the ambition that the world has sold us, giving up on wanting things, always having a goalpost to hit,
right,
and timelines that you put in place. And I had this dream life I had in my head about what I was going to be, how much I was going to make, where I was going to live, who I was going to live it with. And all of that felt like these were these goalposts that kept moving. And then one day I thought to myself, this can't be life. This striving, this ambition that seems very forced, right? I felt like that could not be life, and I wanted to search for something more fulfilling, more meaningful, and most importantly, I wanted to rest. And that's where it started. Interesting.
The person that I'm meeting now is different from the person I knew 5-10 years ago.
Yes.
When was your turning point, though? Because I never totally knew this side of you. I believe you also never knew this side of me. We're about the party life. We're about the club life. Yeah.
I didn't even know this part of me, right? I think the turning point wasn't necessarily one point. It wasn't a day that everything became clear. I think it was a process that was sparked by what was happening in my environment. So there's a part where in the devotion where I talk about the difference between building your house on the rock and building it on sand.
Right.
That if you build without God, it's like building a house on sand. Now, when the storms rage, that is when you know that your house did not have a solid foundation. So when things begin to happen in your life, you lose people. People pass on. You lose people. You lose friends. You go through betrayals, rejections, and even failure of your own dreams and goals. Those are different points where you begin to reflect, right? And pillar by pillar, your house begins to fall. Sometimes it's not one crash. It's that one pillar goes down and then the next, then it's friends, and then it's family, and then it's your plans for your life, then it's your business. And so there was many different points where I had to reflect. And then you don't really shift until another pillar falls.
Right.
And then I think over a period of years, when I was in business and relationships were not working, my business it seemed very hard, right? And my goals the goals I set for myself were not coming forth. They were not bearing fruit. And I thought to myself, I don't think I've planted my seeds on good soil. And I need to find something else.
Wow.
Because this is just too hard. Life is becoming too hard. And I didn't think it was supposed to be hard.
Exactly.
And I think we made it normal. I think life is hard is something we've made normal. But it's only hard if you're building on sand.
On the wrong foundation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you don't have the right foundation, it seems like striving. And when the pillars collapse, it's always starting from the beginning, starting a new relationship, trying to chase a new contract. It's always something or the other that you're striving for. And if only you built on the right foundation, on God, then you would never have to strive.
That's power. That's power. You know, part of the book you keep talking about, even now you've just been talking about purpose, about identity. You know, the book talks about spiritual identity and intimacy with God. How can these devotions help someone to actually discover their purpose or rest in God's heart? In God's heart.
So the way I came to experience it with these devotions, I liken it to the walk through the wilderness that the Israelites walked through from Egypt to Canaan.
Yeah.
So when I was reflecting on the book, actually, after I had written it, I realized that this was the Spirit's wilderness walk from not knowing God to intimacy with God. And so there's different parts of the devotions where you begin with trying to understand the Word, the bread of life. And the first devotion here is give us our daily bread. And it came because I was up in the morning, I was sitting on the balcony, I was trying to meditate, and then I thought to myself, the sun was coming out, and I thought, it might be a little late, and I checked the time, and it was 6:11. And then something said to me, read Matthew 6:11.
Something.
Yes. Well, I know what that thing is. So something dropped into my spirit, read Matthew 6:11, and I open it on my phone even, and it says, give us our daily bread. And as I began to sit on that verse, I realized the daily bread, the bread of life, the Word of God, and why it's so powerful that becomes our daily sustenance, so that we can continue or consistently dwell in the house of the Lord. You have to be partaking of the daily bread. And so that's when I started writing. And so that journey started with daily bread, provision that is actually the bread of life, not just God give me the contract. So that is when I began to surrender the parts of me that wanted the money and the life. And I picked up the parts of me that wanted the voice of God, the leadership of God, that wanted to reach out to the Good Shepherd, that wanted direction, to be led. And so it's that journey through the wilderness where you surrender the slavery of the world, right? Because the world has us hostage.
Absolutely.
We are but slaves in
Absolutely.
Egypt.
Culture.
Right? Exactly. Culture, trends, all of what we are sold to be life, right?
Yeah.
That is the slavery. It's spiritual slavery. And so with the devotions, you begin to unearth those parts of life that are actually has captivated us and kept us in our own prisons, masked as ambition and all types of things, good living and all of that, right? So you walk through each devotion, really speaks to different aspects of falling many times, because we fall. It's the daily bread. It speaks to motherhood, parenthood, sonship, having identity in God. So if you remember, the Israelites walked through the 40 years, and in those 40 years, they began to be renewed, to discover who they were. First of all, discover God, be able to surrender to His leadership. They kept pulling back, trying to worship idols, being uncomfortable with being uncomfortable, or being in a place they didn't know. But over time, God was setting up new structures within them, creating a closer relationship with them, strengthening His voice, and making sure that they trust in Him for provision, for life, for sustenance, and for rest. And so this is what this book is. Every single devotion brings out all of those aspects.
Wow. All right, +26739111066 if you want to have a conversation or join into the conversation. If you want to ask Shaka any question, +26739111066. We're taking a quick musical break, and then we're going to continue with our conversation. BW Music giving us Genale Mudisa. Yarona FM with the music is thought-provoking Lenzu giving us Genale Mudisa, bringing us to 11:35 on Yarona FM. She has an event happening on the 25th of April at Game City Rooftop. You should support her, man. Tickets are out, I think, across Spa outlets and where else? I think web tickets as well. I'll double check on that, but I know for sure Spa sells her tickets. Please, let's go all out there to support her. 25th of April, Game City Rooftop. Tlotlo has a concert titled Satani Oswabide. So let's go out there and support our sister. All right, 10:35 is your time on Yarona FM. I'm still hanging out with Miss Shaka Senwamadi. All right, and we are talking about her latest book that she recently wrote. Is called Flawed Yet Faithful. Let's talk about the title. The book is called Flawed Yet Faithful. How do our imperfections play into our relationship with God, and why is it important to actually embrace both? How?
Because in my experience, God meets you where you are. And maybe let me start here. When you go through this journey, you discover a God that I call the God of eternity, right? The God that knew you before you were born, before you were formed in your mother's womb.
Right.
That knows you up until the last day of your life, right? So there's nothing that you do that God doesn't know you would do. Like the story of Jonah. He knew he was going to run. There's nothing that you think, there's no path you take that surprises God. So when you think about it, all of your imperfections, He knew them even before you walked through that journey.
Right.
He already knew it. And so it's not worth or not even possible for you to hide those imperfections from him. And also, if you knew you were going to walk through that path and do those things way before you did them, it means when he called you and he chose you, he already knew you were going to walk through paths that he would not, or he had not willed for your life. Think of the story of the prodigal son. Right? He said, give me what's mine and let me go and live my life. And the father didn't pull him and try to stop him.
Right.
He allowed him to go. He knew that he was going to find emptiness in the world and barrenness, that he will never truly find rest and be fulfilled unless he was home. But he needed to experience that so that he can reconcile and come back home. Sometimes they say you need to know. You need to know a little darkness to appreciate light, right?
Absolutely.
So unless he had gone far, when he was there and he had squandered everything, he actually said, they said when he came in unto himself, which means remembered who he was, he then said, in my father's house, there's so much food. I could even go and eat with the servants. Right? So when he went home, he knew that the world had nothing for him. So the journey of imperfection, I have experienced that it is a journey that adds to who you become afterwards. Because you have tasted nothingness and purposelessness. You've tasted slavery. Now you know what transcendence, what purpose feels like. If you've been in a space where there was no rest, where you didn't know the voice of God, once you hear the voice, it is like a breaking and a rebuilding all at once. So the imperfections are part of the journey, and you embrace them because God uses those imperfections for his own purpose.
Right.
He says all things work together for the good. So even the pains or the pain you've caused others, or the sorrow you've gone through, and the things that you lack or where you fall short, God uses that for your transcendence, your fulfillment, and for his will. So imperfections are just a part of the story. Nothing you must hide. He meets you where you are.
You talked about transformation earlier on. So you described some of the devotions as lamentations of the spirit. How do lament and honesty before God leads to transformation? While you are thinking about that, there's a message here from Leboham Valentine.
Transformation.
Mr. Kellz, but I love it. I usually call her Miss Bloodsucker. And I'm loving the conversation. Hello, Mr. Kellz. Hello, Leboham Valentine, man. It's been a minute, my brother. I haven't heard from you in a while, but it's good to hear. I'm correct. Did I say earlier on, did I say 11:35 or 10:35?
You did say 11:35.
I say 11:35.
I'm a guest, so I can't say anything.
No, thanks for the correction, Leboham Valentine. And then I've been off WhatsApp until a little over a week. All right, no, it's good to have you. It's good to have you, my brother. All right, let's talk about lamentation of the spirit.
Lamentations of the spirit. It is a breaking.
Right.
Surrender. When you begin the walk, you have to surrender where you've been. And surrender is a breaking. And a breaking does not come without lamentation, crying out. you're crying out for glory, crying out for the hand that can carry you. You're crying out for the voice of the shepherd.
Right.
So that is what those lamentations are. A lot of them were a breaking, but a breaking that comes with rebuilding. When you begin to cry out for God, He begins to break you first. And He breaks the parts of you that are not Him, the parts of you that are of the world.
Can't tell me why can God just break silently?
There's nothing that breaks silently.
Yeah, because someone said that to me, hey, but Kellz, why do we have to go through hard times and you know?
That's because we carried a lot of the world. It's structures that were very strong and solid.
Wrong foundations.
They were in the wrong foundation. So the house needs to be broken down.
Yeah.
And you don't break down in silence. And you have to go through the pain, that sacrifice, so that you can be able to build yourself anew. You can't look at the transformation of the butterfly. I think I talk about that a lot.
Yeah.
Right. Look at how the caterpillar and the butterfly look. They look like two different species. If you don't know the process, you'll never imagine it's the one species or one species going through a whole process. So that's what that breaking is. It changes your structure completely, changes the way you think, the way you speak, the way you create.
I can see even the way you speak. Now I'm shocked here. Like, this is not the Philistines that I know.
Yeah, this is not the Philistines I know.
You were loud. You were everything.
I am still kind
but
of.
Now you are here, chilled. And I'm like, hey, no, I don't. This one, I don't know her. So definitely, you have gone through the process. Yeah, it does change.
Yes. It changes how you view life. It changes how you choose circles, the atmosphere that you surround yourself with, and it also, I think, it makes you more malleable. If you've been broken by God, it's easy for you to let go of things. If I meet Kellz and I feel like you're not on my path, it's easy for me to turn and walk away. Right?
Absolutely.
Initially, when you're being broken, you don't want to let go of anything.
Yeah, I know.
Right? You want to fight to keep everything.
I know.
And it gets easier, the letting go and just allowing. Because once you surrender to the voice and you are led and you listen to what God wants you to do, it becomes easier and easier to let go of things and people, even though it's the original structures. Like, I had to let go of a business I had been building for 8 years. That was the hardest thing for me.
Wow.
It was terrible. I almost was like, God, I think this is where we part ways. Allow me to go back to Egypt if you don't mind, But He knows the plans.
So what were the results, though? Because they always say, God shuts a door to open another door.
Yes.
I mean, this is a door of 8 years.
Yes.
And God just shut it.
Yes.
What happened after?
Let's start with what was happening when He was shutting it.
Yeah.
Because remember, the door has to shut and another has to open.
Absolutely.
So there's a period between that door shutting and the other one opening that you have to go through, and that's the period where you are scared, where you don't know if at all this is gonna work out, and you also start questioning, am I really hearing? Is this God?
Yeah. Or am I hallucinating?
Yes, is this real? So the period, that silent period, or the the period where you now have to truly trust. It's almost like it's the ultimate test of trust, where God says, let go of that. Right? And it's something that, it wasn't what I did. It wasn't about my business. It was who I was. My entire life was structured around this whole way, this whole business. It was who I was. So it was like God was saying, leave a part of you, which is the bigger part of you, according to you. Leave it behind. And then I was like, what am I to become if I'm not this person? It did not make sense. And so you begin to think, maybe I am crazy. I think I'm losing it. So I went with it. And that is where just as soon as I broke into surrender, it was a breaking. You were crying, you're on your knees, and you're saying, God, I'm gonna let it go. But I don't know what is going to happen after this. It's either I lose my mind and I end up in some institution, or you truly come through for me and you show me the plans that you have for me. And as soon as that happened, there was a transition, and Eden Legacy Group was born, which is the coaching that is based on, basically the business model of the company is Genesis 1, 2, 3. Restoring divine order.
Nice.
Building from the rock, building from a mindset of transformation, productivity, true abundance, right? Purpose, finding your life purpose, finding your blueprint. And so I was doing the same thing I was doing, except now I had a blueprint that was solid, that I could build a business upon. And so that began to unfold from 2024 to 2025, and then the book came into play, and it keeps growing. And he just keeps showing me, these are the doors, this is where I want you to go with this thing. And
nice. I think there's a part that we missed. I don't know if I heard it. You had to let go of a business in order you were running for 8 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
How easy or difficult was it for you to just let go? What gave you the courage to say, Nyami, let me just let go and let God?
The 8 years were not smooth years. It's the 8 years of striving and the forced ambition. And I got to the point where I was tired. It was who I am, who I thought I was, basically, and I had put in all that work. But I was tired of this pushing with no results. And so I'm praying, I'm doing night vigils, these 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. prayers, and I'm listening to sermons, and I'm reading the word, and the direction is getting clearer and clearer. Let this go. This is not where you're going to be building peacefully, building easily, building purposely, right? So part of it, a part of the reason why it was a necessary letting go was because I was already tired of 8 years of striving, right? And so I also needed something else, and the clarity. Because the thing is, when God begins to show himself in your life, you can't miss it. Your spirit gets convicted. You get clarity. And there's peace. When you actually think about the decision, there is a peace that you feel within. Like, I feel peaceful with this decision. Logic and everything else shows me this is a terrible decision. But there's an inner man that finds peace in letting go. And so let me just surrender to it and see what happens.
Wow. Interesting. +26739111066 if you want to say anything to Shaka. Not Talina La Shaka. It's going to take time for me to get used to it. If you want to speak to Philistas, I mean, there's a text here that just came through here. Hi, Philistas. You see, guys have no time for this Shaka name. Guys call you Philistas.
Stop responding.
Yeah, all right, there's a message here from Koziba. Hi, Phyllis. I think this is, let me see. I think this must be Cops. This is Cops, huh? Yeah, okay. Yeah. This number guy, and live from New York. Hi, Phyllis. I'm proud and happy to see the woman you have become. I just tuned in now, listening live from New York. You know he's in New York now. The guy's enjoying his life.
New York. God is good all the time.
All the time, man.
This is the evidence we were talking about.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
This man just got a huge opportunity in the US.
Yes.
And he just packed, one day he just packed up and say, I'm out. Exactly. This is God opening bigger doors.
Exactly.
You know,
and that's the God. When you surrender and you say, you lead.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. +26739111066. You know, we keep talking devotional. What's the difference? Someone might be asking a question. What's the difference between a devotional and just a book? Or why don't you say, no, I wrote a book? Why is it a devotional? What's the difference?
A devotional is because it's a book of praise. It's a book of sacrifice. It's a conversation with God. It's not like any other book.
Right.
This is not Sidney Sheldon or Daniel Steele. You know, a devotional. And believe you me, before I wrote this devotional, I had never read a devotional. Right? So I only discovered devotionals as I was writing one, or after I was writing one. And now I understand the difference, that when you write to God and you are right, it's also not necessarily you and your mind writing. Right? It's a spiritual exercise. It's a journey. It's an altar. So this book is an altar that communicates and communes with the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So that's the difference between that and a normal book. When you open it, it really takes you into presence. I always say I struggled a lot trying to sell the book, because after I wrote it, people are like, oh, so marketing, how are you going to market the book? And I was like, I'm afraid to market the book. I feel like it needs to find the people that are looking for it, because it wasn't a book I was writing for the purpose of writing a book to sell,
to make money.
Exactly. I was receiving and putting out my journey, putting my journey on paper for anyone who would want to follow the same footsteps to get a closer, not even a closer, but to move from knowing there's a God, believing in God, knowing God, and being in covenant with God. So covenant is intimacy. It's beyond just knowing God. You're in covenant. A covenant is a dying to self. If you say you're getting into the covenant of marriage, for example, they say you become one. And when you look at scripture, God called Israel his bride, right? So it was a covenant that we are one, right? So covenant really is where you die to self. And it's not about driving the car of your life with God. Covenant is the difference between you driving and having God in your car and letting God drive. So this is how do you let go and be able to meet God in a way that you can allow him to be the one driving and all you do is sit and listen. And when he says, we're turning left, you're turning left.
Yeah.
Right? When he says, leave that company, you leave it. When he says, start this, start that. When he said, start Eden Legacy Group in South Africa, that's what I did. I didn't even know why. But you just go with the driver is the one that is driving the vehicle.
That is so powerful, because one of the hardest things we can do as believers is letting go. It's difficult. Letting go.
It's when I started understanding thy will be done. That is the most challenging prayer. Your will be done means it's not about me.
Yeah.
It means even if it makes me uncomfortable, if I don't like it, if I feel like it puts eyes on me, people will judge me, I'll still do it because it is your will. So I always say to people, don't say your will be done unless you're ready to experience or go through something that isn't comfortable for you. Because it's easy to say your will be done when you think God's gonna do what you want, right? But when you say your will be done, you're saying you're in control, and it's got nothing to do with me.
Nice.
If you don't want to give me that child I've been begging for, then I'm still good, right?
Amazing.
Because it's your will.
Amazing. Look, if a listener had to read just one devotion from your book today, what would you want them to walk away with?
One devotion. When you said one devotion, there's one that comes into mind. It's 7 times I rise. Is that we're having this conversation. We're talking about a glorious God, a powerful God. He's the perfect God. And you will never be as perfect as God. The journey of life is about rising every single time you fall. It's about every day trying to transcend into a better version of yourself, better than you were yesterday. So if there's one thing I'd want them to take away, and one devotion I would say read, it's 7 times I rise. Because they say though the righteous fall, they will rise. So you will fall for sure, because you are of the flesh.
Right.
And flesh is prone to weakness and sin and failure. But you will surely rise. And you must believe in the God that will help you, or that will hold you for you to rise, and that will be with you and carry you when you fall. And that will never forsake you because you fell. That he chose you even before you fell, knowing you will fall, knowing that he will raise you up.
Wow. Take us through the writing of this book. I mean, that's a huge book. How long did it take you to write that book?
So the stuff from start to finish, it took me months. But the sitting and writing the book, actually typing the words on the pages, took me about 55 days, but spread across different months. So when I wrote the book, I usually wrote it between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m.
Nice.
That's when the spiritual ink seemed to flow. Sometimes I'd be in prayer and then I'd write for a few hours. Sometimes I'd be so tired from the worship and the prayer that I would only write a little bit. You know, there was a lot of worship, a lot of scriptural study. There was a lot of imposter syndrome as well. You're battling the part of you that's saying, why are you writing a devotional?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I have other books that I have written that I haven't published before, so this was the second book where I got imposter syndrome as well. Like, why are you writing a book like this? You know? That is when the title was born, because this thing was saying, but you're so flawed. And my response to that was, yes, I'm flawed, but I'm faithful to the living God.
Right.
And so that is where I said, this is what I'm going to call it.
Nice.
It was a wrestling with whatever voice was trying to say, why you? Why do you think you're worth writing a book that is a journey towards God? Is it because I've taken the journey?
Nice.
Flawed as I am, yes.
Nice. Let's wrap it up. How has writing the book shaped your own walk with God? Did it change you in any unexpected ways?
Yes. It changed me completely.
How so?
Like I mentioned earlier, it restructured the way I think, the way I create, the way I build. I do not put forth my ambitions of being a multi-millionaire and marrying the king of Saudi Arabia and all of that. I simply say, God, what next? So I build from a space of knowing that this is God's will. This is being led. I'm not creating things anymore. I'm just listening and following. Rest is where I have, how this has changed the way I live my life and the way I build.
Nice.
One, rest, and two, fulfillment. I am fulfilled. I'm happy with where I am and where I'm going because I have asked the driver, where are you taking me? And he said, this is where we're going to go.
Let's go.
Yes, you just sit back and do what I tell you, and we'll get there. And so rest and fulfillment, and most importantly, purpose. I've never felt like this is who I am than I do today.
Nice. Nice. Let's get into the book now. Where can one get hold of the book? Is it out? Has it been launched yet? Or the launch is coming? What's going on?
Well, I only launched it online.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I haven't done an official launch. I will do an official launch of this book with other launches. I will communicate that. The book is available at Bala Books in Rail Park.
Oh, nice.
It's the only bookstore that has it here. Book Center, they have too many books. So it's still on queue there. And it's also going to be distributed across South Africa.
Oh, nice.
Through a publisher that I managed to partner with.
That's amazing.
So I'll announce when it's available in the exclusive books in South Africa. But right now it's at Bala Books in Rail Park.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Kana batswana re dumela mo go dropelwe. Ndropele.
Yes.
Is there that option? The capacity is not there yet. Okay, if now one wants a copy, how do they get hold of the book? Do they call you? There's a particular person they have to call? How do they do that?
There's a WhatsApp number they can WhatsApp if they want the book. +267 7641882. They can WhatsApp that number and we can arrange for the book to be delivered to them.
Nice.
That still works.
Please repeat the number once again.
7641882. Yes.
Okay. And how much?
Oh, it's 250 pula.
That's so affordable.
Only. Yes.
That is so affordable, and it's worth reading. I mean, I read, I think, about... Hey, I'm bad at reading, eh?
I want to launch an audio book of this.
But you know what? I found myself stuck in reading that book. I think I'm on page 15.
That's good.
And I'm still going to continue because it's a very interesting book, and I'd advise someone listening get a copy for themselves?
There's also a launch video of the book on our YouTube channel, so they can go and watch the launch video. Our YouTube channel is Eden Legacy Group. So amazing. Shaka, it's been nice having you in studio. I guess I'll get used to that name. Kozibare, well, I'm used to Shaka. There's no one. Koziba is just making up story. He's feeling bad. I'm called Zulu. There's people that call me Shakes.
Yeah, because now I'm like Shaka. That's the first. That's the first Shaka. No. This name, I've never heard it in my entire life. The only person that I know with that name is Shaka Zulu.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every time people expect that, when I speak to people work-wise, send emails, they think I'm some big black man. And when I walk into the meeting, they say, is Mr. Shaka coming? And I'm like, yeah, this is he. We're expecting some big black guy. So
Interesting. Felicitas, any last word for someone who's finding it difficult to identify their purpose?
This might sound easy, but also difficult. Look within. Your purpose, you're always carrying it. It's the thing that keeps you awake at night. It's the thing that you can do all day, every day, without blinking. It's the thing that if somebody gave you 20 million or 100 million and said, I'm just going to give you that.
Yeah.
You can then do whatever you want in your life. You don't need to be working for the money. That thing that you do, it's usually a compass to where your purpose lies. Something that you would otherwise do for free if you didn't need to pay bills.
Wow.
But it's always within you, and the easiest way to find it is to find the Father and ask Him.
I like
and
that.
He will tell you.
I like that.
Yes.
Felicitas, thank you so much for coming through to the studio. It's been such an honor.
Yes, I'm so blessed to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Let's do it again soon, because you did say there is more other books.
Yes.
The next book that you're launching, once you're done writing it, we need to hear about it here. This needs to be the first place for everyone to hear about that book.
Definitely.
All right. Thank you so much, Felicitas.
Thank you for having me.